Lewis Hamilton just delivered one of the most powerful and emotional drives of his Ferrari career at the 2025 Imola Grand Prix. What began as a weekend full of disappointment and pressure quickly transformed into one of the most memorable comebacks of the entire Formula One season. Hamilton didn't just score points, he didn't just recover from a poor starting position, he overtook his own teammate. He rose through the pack with calmness and skill. And in front of a passionate home crowd, filled with Ferrari fans, he reminded the entire world why he is one of the greatest drivers in the history of the sport. His performance left Ferrari stunned and Charles Leclerc speechless, as the seven-time world champion made a clear statement. He's not here to fade quietly in red. He's here to fight. The weekend didn't start in a way that would make anyone believe this was coming. On Friday, things looked fairly normal. In free practice 1, both Ferrari drivers reported decent balance. The car didn't look like a race winner, but it wasn't far off. Hamilton in particular seemed to feel slightly more comfortable than he had in the previous races. There were some hints that the team had made progress with the SF25's balance. The mood inside the garage wasn't overly excited, but it was hopeful. Ferrari knew that if they could find a little more grip and get the tires working, they could be in the fight. But then came Saturday. Qualifying day at Imola turned into a nightmare for the Scuderia. As temperatures dropped, the SF25 struggled once again. Ferrari couldn't get the tires into the right temperature window at the key moment in Q2. Both drivers paid the price. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton were both eliminated in Q2 at their home race, in front of thousands of Ferrari fans. Leclerc managed to qualify just ahead of Hamilton, but neither driver made it into the final part of qualifying. For a team hoping to challenge McLaren and Red Bull, it was a disaster. The body language inside the Ferrari garage told the full story. Team members stood with arms crossed. There was tension in every conversation over the radio. Once again, it looked like Ferrari had let a crucial weekend slip away before the race even began. Hamilton was set to start in 12th place on the grid. Leclerc would start just ahead. For many, that was the end of the story. Another tough weekend, another difficult recovery mission, another wave of criticism on the way. But Lewis Hamilton doesn't give up. He doesn't accept defeat without a fight. And he certainly doesn't stay quiet when there's still a race to run. On Sunday, when the lights went out, Hamilton didn't just drive. He attacked. He took every opportunity. He made every move count. And in the process, he changed the narrative of the entire weekend, and maybe even his season. Imola is a narrow and technical track. It's not known for easy overtaking. But that didn't stop Hamilton. From the very first lap, he was aggressive, yet controlled. Every pass was precise, clean, and without contact. He was reading the field like a chess master, looking for gaps, watching braking zones, and pushing hard in the areas where others were backing off. Within the first 10 laps, Hamilton had already overtaken several cars and was climbing through the midfield. Each pass was done with complete confidence, like a driver who knew exactly where the grip was, even when others couldn't find it. At the front, chaos was starting to take shape. Max Verstappen made an aggressive move into Turn 2 to take the lead from Oscar Piastri. The McLarens were trying to respond by going for an undercut strategy, but it backfired. Piastri had a painfully slow pit stop, and it cost McLaren valuable time. The front runners were starting to open the door for drivers like Hamilton to capitalize. Still, at that point, Hamilton wasn't in podium contention yet. He was outside the top 6, but he wasn't slowing down. Hamilton's tire management turned out to be a key strength in this race. While others around him began to lose grip, especially on the medium tires, Hamilton kept his pace stable. His long opening stint gave Ferrari more flexibility on strategy, and it allowed him to stay close to the top 5. Then the race changed again. Esteban Ocon pulled over with a mechanical failure, and a virtual safety car was deployed. Ferrari acted quickly. They made the right call and adjusted Hamilton's strategy, which placed him just outside the top 6 once the VSC ended. But the real drama came on lap 46, when Kimi Antonelli's engine failed, bringing out a full safety car. The entire field bunched up, setting the stage for a final 10-lap sprint to the finish. Verstappen was under pressure. The McLarens were nervous, And Lewis Hamilton, he was hungry, he was ready, and he didn't waste any time. As soon as the safety car ended, Hamilton launched an attack on Alex Albon. He caught him on the run down to Rivazza, forced an error, and took the place. But what followed was the moment that left the entire Ferrari garage silent. Hamilton was now catching Charles Leclerc, the team's golden boy, the man who has been the face of Ferrari for years. This was Imola, Leclerc's favorite track, the place where he usually shines. But in those final laps he had no answer to Hamilton's pace. Hamilton was finding grip where there should have been none. He used the DRS perfectly. He placed his car with perfection through every corner, and then without drama he made the pass. A clean, powerful overtake on his own teammate in Ferrari's home race, in front of thousands of shocked tifosi. Leclerc couldn't respond. He had no defense, and in the post-race debrief the look on Leclerc's face said it all. He hadn't just been beaten, he had been overtaken, passed, by the new teammate who had started 8 places behind. Hamilton crossed the finish line in 4th place. It was his best race result of the 2025 season so far. He had started in 12th and finished 8 places higher. More importantly, he had done it with pure driving skill. No chaos, no crashes, no lucky safety cars, just raw, relentless performance. For the team, it wasn't just a result. It was a message to the paddock, to the fans, and to Ferrari themselves. After the race, Hamilton stepped out of the car, waved to the fans, and made a simple, powerful statement. He said this drive was for the tifosi. They deserved something to believe in. And as the crowd erupted in cheers, you could feel what it meant. It wasn't just a race, it was a turning point, a moment of belief not only in Hamilton but in the project Ferrari has been building. So what does all this mean for Ferrari going forward? First, it creates real pressure inside the team. Charles Leclerc has been the main driver for years, and Ferrari has often built its car around him. But Hamilton is showing that, even while still adapting to the car, he can deliver results when it counts. That changes the dynamic. It raises questions. Who leads the team now? Who gets priority on strategy? Who will Ferrari trust when both cars are close on track? These are not small issues. They will shape the rest of the season. Second, this result gives Hamilton momentum at the perfect time. The next races, Monaco and Barcelona, require confidence and precision. They are technical tracks where setup matters more than top speed. And right now, Hamilton has the momentum, the belief, and the determination to keep pushing forward. After a difficult start to the season, this Imola race feels like the moment he stopped being the new guy and started being the leader. And finally, this drive reignites hope. Hope that Ferrari and Hamilton can still make this partnership work, that the most iconic team in Formula One and the most decorated driver in the sport still have something special to show. But Ferrari has to step up. They need to bring the upgrades, they need to sharpen their strategy. They need to support Hamilton with everything they've got. Because now that he's showing what he's capable of, there are no more excuses. This was more than just a good race, it was a warning to the grid, to the critics, and maybe even to Leclerc. It said loud and clear that Lewis Hamilton is not done. He's not here just to finish races. He's here to fight, to lead, to win. As for Leclerc, this race raises serious questions. He's still one of the fastest drivers on the grid. No one doubts that. But when your new teammate starts from 8 places behind and finishes ahead of you on raw pace, in your home race it stings. It shakes confidence, and it shifts the internal balance. Should Leclerc be worried? Maybe not yet, but he can't ignore the pressure, because Hamilton just sent a clear message. He's not in the shadows. He's standing side by side, if not already a step ahead. For the fans, this race brought a wave of mixed emotions. Pride in Hamilton's grit and determination, concern about Leclerc's position, but above all a cautious belief that maybe, just maybe, Ferrari is finally turning the corner. Because for all the frustration, all the missed chances, and all the criticism, what happened at Imola was proof that the firepower is there, the talent is there, and when things start clicking, Ferrari is still a force. The key now is consistency. Ferrari must take this race as a foundation. Build from it, learn from it, improve the car, support both drivers equally, and find a way to turn individual brilliance into team success. The midfield is tighter than ever. McLaren looks strong. Red Bull, while still quick, is no longer unbeatable. The door is open, but only for teams willing to push, to take risks, to be bold. And right now, Lewis Hamilton is leading by example. He's pushing hard. He's driving with passion. He's lifting the team with his performances. And most importantly, he's showing Ferrari what belief really looks like. Not with words, but with action on track. So as the season C,